Good morning, guys. I am out on the street RRR, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to my 1,000 miles, and I want to give you guys a bit of a feedback about the last 1,000 miles on this bike. So let's just have a quick look around the bike, and let's see where the odometer is sitting at the moment. Okay, so it says here, just as a first reference, 800 to 1,000 miles. I can then go up to 8,000 miles. 8,000 RPM, sorry. And then I can take the stickers off. So that's going to be quite nice to clean the tank up. I did try to remove this one sticker, and it was really like stuck on. So I hope they come off easily. So let's quickly have a look. I'm going to power the bike on. We're sitting at 971 miles. So yeah, so far it's been absolutely brilliant, and I have no complaints. Had its 600 mile service, and look at that. That's what you see when you're riding. Absolutely lovely. It had a 600 mile service with any hiccups. The bike was so much smoother after that 600 mile service. It was really almost like the oil that they replaced it with was just allowing the bike to operate a bit more freely. And I had one of my subscribers also saying that that after about 1,500 miles, you can really hear the exhaust also open up a little bit more. So that's going to be interesting. Never really experienced that. But yeah, everything has been holding up really nice. I did wash the bike last weekend, so it is fairly clean. But just to show you, I've done some wet roads, dry roads, just the areas that usually gets all muggied up, especially here in the front. They've been all fine. Front of the exhaust here, that's all fine. I did find down there where that plug is, there's quite a lot of gunk that gets stuck there. So a little bit with the high pressure cleaner, not too close, but just get in there. So it really helps. Go around the other side. That's the front. Those lights are really nice. On this side as well, the front shocks are really holding up very well. No spots of like the white corrosion. Anything that's probably going to struggle is this little horn. You can see it's already got a light layer of sort of not rust but oxidation on it. I do have a can of ACF 50, and that I use after I've washed the bike just to spray over the parts that are moving, sort of like there, and then wipe it clean with a cloth. The chain has also been doing very well. See, that's quite nice and clean. And I didn't really spend a lot of time cleaning it. You can see at the rear as well. Everything is nice and good. Tire feels really solid. Down there, it's all good. So yeah, seat's very comfortable. Don't have anything, but yeah, let's get going and go for a little ride. Such a beautiful area down here. This is the Englefield estate. I'm just going away from its gardens. Really beautiful. I think, as far as I remember, the gardens is open only on a Monday, but the rest of the estate for walking is open Monday to Sunday, I think. It's only the gardens that you need to you can only go in on a Monday. But absolutely lovely. I want to see if I can get some of this miles down so I can get to 1,000 miles. That'd be awesome. Yeah, but this bike is such a nice little bike. Really nice. Feels solid. It really performs. And yes, I'm not really going to go super fast on this bike. It's on the road. I'm a very conservative rider. I just want to ride, enjoy time to get out, get some fresh air. It's nice and early in the morning. It's 7:23. I started my ride at 7, and it's really nice to get out early. It's a pain to get up, but it's so nice to be able to get out and ride. The fresh, clean air, I call it. As soon as it gets too late, then everyone is out on the road. You can see there's already quite a lot of people on the road, and that just clogs up everything. I rather like to enjoy just getting out and riding without having to negotiate cars the whole time and stuck in traffic and so forth. Just to get out and cruise with the minimum traffic. That's for me spot on. Look at that guy's nice driveway. There's a little speed camera up here. I actually don't know if this camera works, but I'm definitely not going to try it. See, all the local people drive slowly, so it must be working. But yeah, guys, what can I tell you of this bike after 1,000 miles? 1,000 miles is not a lot of miles. You know, if I sort of look at how much miles my dad rides, sort of rides this in one day. But I'm just kidding. But this is sort of the thing that it sort of gauge how nice the bike is. If it's really comfortable, you can do longer rides on it. And if you can do longer rides on it, you put more miles on it. So it just sort of adds up. But just to cover the bits that I have experienced so far in the first 1,000 miles. It's so nice to have a dealership close by that you can go and visit, and you can get the bike serviced. Their service is awesome. This Bulldog Triumph in Wokingham. Really good service, and I'll link the dealership details below in the comments, so check that out, or in the description, sorry. But yeah, the service was seamless. Get in there, loan bike out. That's when I had that street scrambler. Awesome bike. So I had the street scrambler for the day, and yeah, they sorted everything out, give me a call, bike's ready, let's go. So I went to fetch the bike, all good. And as I said in the intro, everything felt so much smoother compared to the running oil. Next was sort of the first few things, as I usually do. I buy the bikes in the winter. Not ideal, but ride extremely slow for winter, and then put some miles on. We were also in partial lockdown as well, so I only did short little rides around my area. But But yeah, the comfort was for me very surprising. I was expecting this sports naked bike to be fairly uncomfortable, because I've not test drove the bike. I went from a zero DSR to this bike, so it's a more an enduro style bike to this bike. And I thought to myself, oh, you know, I've not ridden this bike, and they streetbike.co.uk sorted me out with a trade-in on my Zero to this bike. So I was a little bit apprehensive, just to say the least. Thinking to myself, oh geez, I've always wanted a Triumph, but I don't know how this bike is going to be. So yeah, when the bike arrived, I was really happy with the look and whatever. I was a bit worried about the paint job. In some of the photos, especially on the website, the black paint looks a little bit I don't know, I'd say it's like too shiny. It almost looks to me like it's yeah, it looks a bit naff. But in the real life, it looks better. It's almost like the render on the website makes the paint look like plasticky. That's what I wanted to say, plasticky. But in real life it doesn't. It really has got like a deep black shine to it. It's not a metallic color, so it's just it's black. But yeah, I thought it was going to look very plasticky, but it doesn't. It really works with the bike. Because I was looking at the RS, and the RS has got that matte finish, and that's really nice. It's very in color at the moment, like the black and the silver matte colors. So when I saw just the standard black, I thought to myself it's going to be a very plasticky look, but it wasn't. So happy with the paint job. I'm super happy about the comfort. You know, I am 178 centimeters tall, not very tall. So yeah, the bike is super comfortable, and you can check out my other video. I go over the comfort of the bike if you're interested. But yeah, super comfortable, and I'm very happy about the riding position. It's a typical you know, if you look at a sports bike that is even leaning further forward, and an enduro bike where it's not, where you're sitting upright, this is pretty much the perfect angle for my height. It just feels super comfortable. I'm upright, but I'm not too upright. At this speed, there's no pressure, so anything from like 35 to say from 40 to upwards, there's zero pressure on your wrists as well. You know, there's very little pressure already, so don't think that there are lots of pressure. There's almost like nothing, and that's what makes it so nice and comfortable. The clocks is nice and clear. The RS has got the full TFT display. I'm not really phased about that. Yes, it's nice, and I would have liked it, but I'm very happy with the analog rev counter, and then the LCD screen. For me, spot on. No worries at all. Looks a bit retro, but yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Also the settings, I've got another video about that where I show you how to set the gear change indicator lights. So I've got another little video about that if you want to check that out. But yeah, by default it's set very low, 3,500 RPM. So I just show in that video how you can adjust. Very simple, but I would have liked it to be a little bit higher from the factory. What else? Suspension. So that also ties into the comfort, but I'm just going to give you an update. The suspension is very comfortable. Now most of my riding that I've been doing on the bike is on B roads, like you see now. It's not the smoothest, and the suspension is really nicely tuned for this type of road. It's really nice and smooth and comfortable, and it soaks up the bumps really well. This is actually more comfortable than my Zero DSR. That's quite surprising, because the Zero is supposed to be an off-road bike. And yeah, I did check the suspension on the Zero, and it was set for a 80 kilogram rider, so it's not like it was set for a heavier rider. So yeah, the suspension is comfortable out the box. I think, you know, there's a lot of people that will like to get the suspension tuned, and yeah, they will probably make even a bigger difference. There we go. Exhaust note. It's very important. For me, it sounds really good. You know, it's just super nice and creamy. I love the sound of the bike. As you can hear, I don't know if you can hear, but it's just really, really nice. Oh, I'm in rain mode. What am I doing in rain mode? No wonder it feels like so funny. Where's the mode button? I'm gonna be in road. Oh, bizarre. I think I was busy showing someone. And then I left it in rain mode. That's better. That's better. I was wondering, you know, I was giving the bike some beans, and it was just like picking up the speed really slowly. It's like okay, what is happening here? So it was in rain mode. So there we go. It does work. The rider modes does work. But yeah, the comfort, suspension, really cool. The sound of the bike, as I said, someone said to me that at around what do you call it? At around 1,500 miles, the bike is gonna, the exhaust opens up even further. So that's gonna be interesting to experience that. I've never heard of that, but it might be a thing. Oh yes. There we go. That's much better. Oh yes, man. The bike is nice and warm, so I'd like to thrash the bike. But look at this beautiful area. It's absolutely lovely. And these roads are like and perfectly dry this morning. Woo! Well, the cyclists, they love to ride, fill up the whole road. Love it. So yeah, guys, this is a bike where you can really use the power. I had a big old K1300S, and as much as I love that bike, you know, it's an awesome bit of kit. You know, it's almost like a solid fuel motor. That's how much power it's got. This bike just it's got so much more usable, friendly power that you can really ride it through the gears on the normal roads, and you don't feel like you're gonna break the sound barrier. Well, you do, but it's I think the sound and just the feeling of the bike just makes it feel faster. So it's a really nice feeling bike. Yeah, awesome. I'm doing 30, man. There's this guy behind me that got alerted. It's sometimes interesting, you know, the guys that ride up your ass in the 30-mile-an-hour zone, and then as soon as the road opens up, then they drive at 30. Super annoying. Probably most of the people are still sleeping in this little village. And this guy wants to overtake. Whoa, he wants to overtake. He's now in a super rush to get past me. Or maybe he just likes to look at the bike. Okay guys, I'm gonna put a bit of miles on, and then I will see you when I get to 90 miles. 1,000 miles. Woo! 999 miles. Woohoo! I hope you guys can see that. Nice. It's gonna turn to 1,000 soon. 1 mile to go. How awesome. Let's see if we can capture it. I hope you guys can see the screen. Nine, nine, nine. Come on. Now everyone is going super slow in front of me. 1,000 miles. Woohoo! Okay, let's get to our destination. 1,000 miles on the Street Triple R 2021. Okay guys, my ride is done, and I just want to thank you for joining me on the first 1,000 miles on this Street Triple R. It's been awesome so far, and I'm going to make a few other videos about the bike as I put some more miles on it, and I'll give you guys some feedback. So it's more like a long-term or an updated vlog style updates videos. So check them out. Please subscribe if you haven't already to see the next coming down the line. I also do some EUC, electric unicycle videos, so if you're interested in something like that, please check out the other videos. But guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, one last thing. One thing that is annoying on this bike is the pedals, and because I ride with my boot like that, so the pedal slips, my foot slips down. So if I go through a little bump or whatever, my boot slides down. Now I know a lot of people ride with their heel hooked into it. I just don't like it. I like to have my ball of my foot on the peg, on the pedal, and it slides down. So if anyone has got some tips of how to fix that, maybe to put some grip tape or something on that pedal so it doesn't slide, please again drop it in the comments below. Okay guys, I will see you on the next ride, and have an awesome time. Cheers.